Okay, so this is a tutorial on how to use Photoshop. These are a few tricks and tips that I've picked up along the way, learning it on my own. No personal training. No training from a teacher. Most of this stuff I got from YouTube. Excuse the noise. I have people working on the house. Okay, so if you wanted to, this is Photoshop CC, and if you want to make it bigger, you click the micros magnifying glass over here where the arrow is, and then go to fit screen or fill screen. I like fit screen. This is fill screen. It's a little bigger, and then you can go to full screen if you want to take away the lines, and you can still get to the buttons. But I'm not going to do this for this because you can't see it. So we're going to put it on half screen so you can see the buttons. I'm going to put it on. Okay. Now, if you want to save your presets for your art, you can go to Window, and at the bottom it says Tool Preset, and you can this is Tool Preset over here. And whatever brush you're on, whatever size the brush, whatever color the brush, you go to Tool Preset, and here are the ones that I chose to make a specific way. I like the airbrush and the hard round for drawing. I like to use the hard round for coloring in and the airbrush for color for drawing. And I like to use pencil tools, watercolor salt for background, and the tool sponge for background. That's just my personal preference. But here's the brush preset where you can see all the different brushes. And the different sizes that it saves for you. And if you want to save the presets, go to New Tool Preset, and then you can type in whatever you want. You can add the color or the size of the brush, and you can include color right here. Take that off if you want. And then there's the transform, and I'm going to show you what that is. With the transform, you make a shape, and you can go to the square, rectangular marquee, whatever tool, and over here where the arrow is, just follow my arrow when you want to know what to do. Then you pick the tool, you right click and go to free transform, and then you can make sure it's on the layer that you're using. You got to make sure it's on the layer. I only have one layer right now, but if you have multiple layers, it has to be on the layer that you're using. So Make it smaller, bigger, smaller, narrower, whatever the case may be. And that's how you do a free transform. That's how you transform the size. You can also use the lasso, free lasso, which is another way of doing it. But I'm going to show you where that's useful. I'm going to make a I'm going to show you how to color using the lasso. Okay, so I'm making a new layer. Hold on, let me get out of this. Apply. Make a new layer. Coloring. No, hold on. Go to the pencil. No, hold on. I gotta get rid of the square. Go to the pencil. Shade it in. And remember, you have to be on the layer that you're trying to change the color of. So you don't have to worry about it. And I'm going to show you how you can use this for multiple things. Then I'm going to make another layer and change the color. This is the way I do it. I'm sure you can find other ways to do it. This isn't the only way to do it. Make another layer, change the color. Okay, now for the lasso. Now for the lasso. All you have to do is click on the lasso, and you can cover the whole thing because it's in its own dynamic. So you can go circle, and then go to this adjustment right here, and I go to the saturation and hue, and change the color of everything in that section. See that? So it changes everything, the color of everything in that layer. And you can change the saturation to duller or richer, whatever the case may be, whatever your heart desires. Another thing you can do is change the lightness and darkness of it, but I don't like that. Lighter, darker, because sometimes it messes up. Okay, let's see, what else do we have here? What else do we have to show you? Um, oh, I guess you can make a free transform. If you want to change the size of something, you can use the lasso for that. Hold on. I'm just trying to show you all the little things that I've learned along the way. Okay. Now for the ear that I just drew, and use the lasso and trace around the ear. Go to free transform and make the ear bigger. And then remove it. Apply, remove it, and erase. Wait a minute, hold on. This could be its own layer if you really want to do it right. I like to use layers to separate everything. But this works out. Yeah. So that's that. And what else? What else is there to know? Oh, layers. If you want something to be behind something, put your layer in the background. So if I want to make a new layer for my background, I hit layer, put it behind everything, and then you can also use multiply to do this. So let me just show you that real quick. You can do the layer and then see how everything that's in front of it. Now if I want to make that background come to the front, all I have to do is go to the layer, background, and duplicate layer right here where it says duplicate, and put this layer up at the top, or go to multiply. Go to multiply. It's the easier way to do it. Wait a minute. No, you can't do it. You gotta move it to the top. See that? So it's all above. Okay, so when you want something on top, you put it on top of the layer that you want. You want it behind. Whatever you want behind goes at the bottom. So if you want your background, that should be the first thing. So see how that works out? So now I can just color, and all the lines are behind it. Okay, what else? Oh, multiply. Well, let's see. If you're drawing something, and you want the lines to show but you don't want to move the layer, then you just go to multiply. Go to layer, multiply, and pick a different color. Yellow. And then color. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. How come it's not working? Wait a minute. layer. Uh, no, that's the same layer. So let me do it again because I didn't change layers. Okay. Alright. Let's make this first. Use the green, the burgundy. The layer. Change layers. Multiply. And then color. No, I gotta change. Hmm. It's okay, because see, I'm on a different layer, so I can erase without touching anything. And then change the color. I'm gonna put green over this burgundy. And you see, using color, and the lines don't mess up. So that's the way you can do it. Put multiply, and it'll just go right over the lines, and you don't have to make it lighter. Now, another way you can do this is by going to layer, opacity, and lessening the opacity. That's what you can do also. But I don't like doing that. Well, I like doing that too, because that makes it lighter. It makes it lighter. So you can also do that. Now, I wouldn't do it up here because when you do it up here, it layers it. As you can see, watch this. See, every time I go on top of it, it gets darker. And I don't necessarily like that. So I keep this at 100. And I just use the opacity by the layer. So hopefully this helps. I think I covered everything that I know how to do. Saving the tool presets, the brushes. Test out your brushes to see which ones you like. I like these brushes. I like the airbrush hard low, the tool hard round. Like I said, these are the ones that I like. But find out what you like the best and test it out to see how it works for you. Just try out different things and see how you feel about it. Alright then. Hopefully this helps. And that's all for now. This is Leroy Harris signing off. Yeah, there's one more thing that I remembered with the lasso. If you want to lasso different areas at the same time so you can change the colors, you can hold down shift. So click on lasso, go to the layer that you want the colors to change in, and then hold shift. I think you press shift or you hold shift. I'm not sure which one it is. You hold shift. Oh, hold on. It's not on lasso. Undo. Okay. And if I want to make this side one color, no, no, no. And then hold down shift. I'm gonna press shift first just to see if it's. I think you just press it. No, you have to hold it. So shift and then hold down shift and draw it again. Then you can go to adjustments and you can change it to whatever you want it to be. Change the saturation, and it's just changing the parts that I picked, as you can see. See that? So that's how you do it. Hold down shift when you go to the second change or whatever, third, and just do it that way. And you can do that as long as you're on the layer that you're making the change on. That's how you do it with shadings. Put it back. But just so you can see it, the total change, leave it at blue. Alright then. That's all. Hope you enjoyed.